God, I'm muted. That was good. I think this
no.
scene has like the mute set on by default or something. And I need to figure out why. Sorry about that. Hi. Heaven will be mine voice acting collab. I can talk. That's going to be an asset for this evening. Shall we begin? Day 6. Mail and alerts. Thank you for subscribing, Guy. And we have one of these is from
Mars
Europa.
attempting to resign.
Pilot personal records. Who's the interviewer here? Is this your Petis? Do you think?
I wonder. It could be. It could be. Unfortunately, it could also be Nyx, but I'm not going to try and do Nyx.
Yeah, let me do this as your Petis. Where's my Eupetus voice gone? Mars, we present this to you as a token of your hard work for Memorial Foundation existential safety. Your tireless work for Earth is recognized. The war is ending soon.
Do I have to do another tour?
The war is ending soon. With your help. Don't you want to see it through? We could not have done this without you.
You can end it fine without me.
Your help would prevent us from having to worry. It would guide many more of your former comrades back home.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh?
Mordred's disconnected from the call a moment. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh,
Everything okay?
pat.
Are you kidding me, Discord? I don't know what happened. It just decided to stop working.
Oh, good. It'd be great if Discord goes down.
No.
But, alright. I'm back. I don't know what the last thing that...
Oh, sorry.
I heard... I think you said your help, and then I
Right,
cut
okay.
out.
Your help would prevent us from having to worry. It would guide many more of your former colleagues back home.
How much longer? That's the part you're always cagey about. You don't need me, do you?
Of course we need you.
It's not what I want to hear.
What do you want to hear? We are, as always, prepared to reward you.
But you've never been satisfied. Is that what you want to say?
What would you like?
I just want to go home.
If you truly did, you would not have been here in the first place. I already know what you want. As soon as you know too, we're ready to give it to you. He's such a twat.
The thing is, the twattishness on that one could go either way. But like, it really could be Nyx. That is also the same kind of like. I really just want the best for you. As soon as you understand that, we can all get this done.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be supportive, but of course you're not Pluto, so.
Anyway.
This one's by Europa, so that's me. Dr. Nyx assessment. Dr. Nyx was always a controversial figure. Her theories were attractive, but there had always been complaints that they had little basis in reality. Yet, by virtue of challenging the nature of reality, her theories had a way of putting it that made you feel as if you were the compromised one, you the one unable to see things objectively. Given that the nature of the universe is verifiably one that is defined by humans, it's easy to give these particular theories credence. Memorial Foundation, in particular, as the most successful post-war NGO in dealing with existential threats cross-culturally and internationally, was obviously attracted to a possible proactive approach in the Cold War rather than a reactive one. Humans who are not yet human enough. An extremely arresting slogan. Truly, who is human enough? Especially that humans we already know everything that is necessary to be human. We simply have failed to accurately and completely internalize it. Outside of gravity, we will achieve true humanity. Rather than advocating a revolution of humanity through technology or biology, Dr. Nix believed that we simply had not created a culture sufficient for the full potential of humanity. In her view, humanity are perfect neurons in a jumbled circuit. By arranging correct human knowledge in the proper order, we could bypass the flaws in our universe. Her insistence on incorporation, rather than rejection, of existentially threatening elements was the fundamental cause of her failure to attract mainstream acceptance of her theories. Dr. Nix decried the narrow-minded individuals who let petty prejudice narrow their conception of what could or should count as human, while, in her view, humanity should encompass all that is and all that is not. Others believed that the fundamental division was crucial to the definition of humanity. That is, to be something means to not be other things. Ah.
Right then.
Yeah. Something to get into when I exercise.
Yeah, post-mortems.
Post-mortem.
Oh God, I have to do that fun now. Please remind me of it because I'm going to forget it.
Okay.
Comes.
Yep.
Hey, Pluto. Can I ask you something?
Clear up your sector first and then we can talk.
Already did.
Really? Are you being honest with me?
There's a few stragglers left, but they don't count.
Wow. I'm actually impressed.
Whatever. Driving back the ships was simple. They were totally easy.
Oh, then I'm not impressed anymore.
Hey, why?
You just said it was no big deal. It would just be patronizing if I was proud of you for doing something so easy.
Impressed just a second ago.
Empty praise is bad for you. Aw, don't sulk.
I'm not sulking. It's hard to impress you.
That's not true. You impress me a lot.
When have I ever?
You impress me by the way you tried way too hard to support girls like me when we were awkward, weird, annoying, and had no idea what we were.
This is an embarrassing way to put it. And you weren't those things.
I was, and that's why I love you. It's cute when you're overprotective. Oh, speaking of, you impress me by the way you make girls mad at you.
How is that a compliment?
They wouldn't get so mad if you didn't make them care.
So mean.
I'm not joking. I mean, what I admire is the way you make it up after you mess up. You mess up a lot, but you say sorry a lot, and you mean it. After, you're different. Not everyone is like that. When you don't change, you still make them feel worth it.
It still feels not great.
You fight a lot, but it's never a war. You never scorch earth, and you always say you're sorry in the end. Not everyone can fight like that. You wanted to ask if we were too cavalier about the war the other day. But you really are the only one who keeps it so unserious. You're so serious about not making it serious. Aw, Mars is a cutie.
So sweet.
Yeah. Right
now
then.
we are about to do a bunch of. Now it is time for a bunch of girls to be not so sweet, I think.
Yep.
You sure you don't want me to come?
Yep. Hot, hot, hot.
Not even a little, though?
Mars, you're actually so sweet. You know that. No one is a more perfect hero. But I need to go alone. If the lens can be opened fully, I'm the only one who can do it. If it can't, I'm the only one who can survive it. If we can still justify living in space, this is the only way. Even if that doesn't change how Earth feels about us now, it might help make peace in the future. Even if it doesn't, if I can't do this, I'll never be able to open the gravity well on the moon.
I know. Luna Terra is going there to stop you, though. I know she will. I was there too, you know. It's my past and my history too. I've got a score to settle.
Are you feeling left out?
No. I mean, sort of. But it's because. Stop!
No, I'm sorry. You're the brightest, most shining.
You're making fun of me again.
But I'm also praising you. You're honest, and you never fight against what you feel. That's the world we want to be real. I want you to be safe, so you can keep being that for us.
Her then. She's a jerk. We tried so hard for her, and she doesn't care.
I'll make sure she's safe. Stop worrying.
I am not worried about her at all. Why is she such an idiot? Why do we keep trying for her sake?
I'd go through that much for you. You'd go through it for me.
No. I know. But why do you do so much for her when she's like that? Stubborn and ridiculous.
Because we're just like that too. Time to go.
The observatory's lens, a single eye staring into space, threatening to blink. From the Academy Gardens, every pilot remembers watching the observatory twitch as it focused on some light years away point, searching. A reminder of the battle for Earth they were eternally preparing for, not unsettling, but always foreboding. A zero pointed at nowhere. Neither Luna Terra nor Pluto remembers who first called it that. Now, in the trembling of the colony's collapsing gravity well, this deck of the wrecked colony where Luna Terra and Pluto meet seems like a moment frozen in time, eternally receding, growing always distant yet never fading.
I knew I'd find you here. I knew it would feel like this. But I'm still here.
I have orders.
I know, dummy. They tell me everything too. You wouldn't have come if you weren't ordered.
I don't know why everyone is expecting I'll be bitter about coming back. I'm not. There's good and bad memories. It's fine. That's fair. I'm older now, and it's that much sweeter thinking about the past from here. It's there, and I'm here. I wouldn't go back. Would you? I like being an adult. I don't mind being the aging ace. I don't need to be a glittering hero. We fought so hard against the existential threat during the Cold War. Whatever they were, trick of the light or not, we did good fighting them. We tried our best. That's the practice kids need. Now we're grown up and can see our own futures. And mess them up if we want. I'm way happier to fight now. Fighting has a different meaning now. No matter how bad I am at being alive. I like it now.
You're really grown up now. I kinda hate it. I miss pushing you around, and when you'd go along with me.
Me too.
You still have a hard time making a decision that's good for you all by yourself, though.
That's why I asked for orders to come here.
That's so roundabout. I can't tell if that's a step forward or back.
I think it would be worse if anyone else shut the observation gate. So I thought it really would have to be me.
A zero pointed nowhere. Do you remember who said that?
Well, it's better than the actual name. I don't remember who said it, but I always think of it.
I don't remember either.
Do we have to do this?
You're the one who's here to do it.
It could be really easy.
You're the one forcing my hand.
Closing it's just a formality. It already is broken. And it never worked in the first place.
And why were you ordered to do it? The fact that you're here means I have to be here. They want any possibility closed. Every possibility closed. That's not harmony. Those futures should get to live, even if they never come to pass. If trying to make worlds in space is naive, cutting the native sphere off from the universe is just as naive. It's so pathetic and sad. It's even more pointless and sad than human beings fighting each other for no reason. I can't bear it. I won't let it happen.
Change my mind. Let's fight. I'd rather fight than keep talking like this.
We're fighting now. This is the sort of fight ship elves were made for. Say something.
I can't. I have nothing. Let's fight like we're supposed to.
I won't.
You can talk. Don't make me fight with you. Don't make me kill your dream. Stop having this dream. Give up on space like the rest of the human race has. Let me close the iris of the observatory. It's because I wanted so much to see what that eye was supposed to see that I can't let you keep looking. That I can't keep looking. That I don't want us to be tortured by that possibility anymore. That we can't lose you.
I can feel how scared you are. And how brave. And how much you love. But I'm so mad at you. Why can't you believe like you did before?
They brought us up with good intentions and did everything they could. They really did. They really thought we could be better than who we were. The best kind of human beings there could be. They worked us very hard, but they fought for us to be exactly what we wanted to be. Because that was human too. Even when it was hard or didn't make sense, they found a way. Even the awful ones really believed. One humanity. Every story threaded together. No one left behind. It would be really possible to fix the universe and let humans live forever in space. Childish dreams that everyone wishes could be true, without understanding such simple things. I wonder how they expected they could unite humanity against aliens when they found us so alien. We will always be our own existential threat. Every human understood that but them. Wonder Earth rejected us. The observation deck sees nothing because the threat's on the other side. We are each other's alien.
It was flawed and it wasn't real, but they weren't that stupid. You know they weren't. The whole point was that it wasn't real yet, and it could be. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make it real.
And now they don't anymore.
Do you? I mean, really? Do you want to go home too? Why can't you just say yes? I wouldn't mind if you actually wanted it. I'd go with you if you wanted it. But I'm not coming with you if you don't. I'll still fight.
Thank you. I'm hoping that you win. But if you can't, I will promise this. I won't bring us back to Earth empty-handed. I'll do that if I die.
The iris shifts. It still moves somehow, attuned to possibility. Maracrysium is looking fit to kill if it wasn't trembling.
This colony's a place of unsteady gravity. You're not on sure footing here.
I'm back to being helpless again, like I used to be. You can stop me anytime. Prove you're ready to close this eye.
Can't. I don't accept it, but that doesn't mean I won't do it. I don't care if you love me one way or another. Too much. Space is broken, but I don't want to leave. Earth is terrifying, but I can't go back there alone. I have no loyalty either way. I'm not strong like you. I just go where gravity takes me. You can hold everyone. What do I do if I lose you? Your heart is full of everyone, but I can't watch you fight for the universe knowing how little you're thinking of yourself in it. Of course, I don't know what to do when fighting for you and fighting your dream are such different things. There's too much to do. Of course I don't know what to do. I don't know what you want me to do.
I mean, God, I can't remember the last time you cried. Oh no, I can. It was when you said you hated it here in space. And I told you you should go back, and I'll come with you. Those were such hard days, and you didn't want to keep fighting. But when I said that, you started crying and crying, and I couldn't understand why. It seemed so simple a solution, and everything you wanted. And I got so mad. Then you told me that you didn't want to leave if it meant me giving anything up. You didn't want to give anyone else up, either. I wasn't expecting it at all. I'm so used to knowing what's on your mind, what's on everyone's mind. I didn't think you could keep something so locked away and hidden. No matter how far my tides can reach, there's some places I can't ever know until you tell me. It was the first time I felt frustrated by that. I'm most angry at you when I can't do what you want. But I guess that's how you feel about me. And how I feel about you. Oh, baby, you're crying again. I can't let you win. But we'll be together until the end. And after.
It's January 30th, 1981. And the day is almost here. The deadline to save everyone who came up to space with us, fought with us, tried to bring everyone up with us. If we shut down the lunar gravity well, there won't be any choice left. The power that keeps our ship cells in check will fall apart, and we won't have anywhere else to go but home. If we kill the dream, no one will die. We really, really hope that's true. No one should die in space. No one should die, period. No one has to die because ship self-combat is shimmering missiles of light, cosmic explosions, electricity that sears through the soul. Blade science is impossible for a human to produce. Dances of combat without end. A fight against ideas with toys. Humans would never show that sort of compassion to each other. Earth's answer is a single atomic particle fired at near light speed, directly into the cockpit core. A true weapon from a military force. The quickest, most efficient, instantaneous, unavoidable way to kill a human. The most boring possible way to pointlessly die. No drama. No meaning. Just nothing. Lunaterra, Memorial Foundation, Ace Pilot.
It's January 30th, 1981. In the end, they might get everything they want, in the way no one wants. If we open up the lunar gravity well, then we can establish forever another Earth. And maybe another. We can inhabit the whole system. But that will cut humanity into two, and more. The distance will be so much further. Everything we have will be even farther from them. How much are we going to lose? How much will we never be able to give them? The moon is very close to being part of Earth. It's full of life, and humans can live here now. It feels impossible, and I don't want to give it up. We should break it off forever, shouldn't we? All I want is to stitch these two humanities together. But if one of us dies as a result, I'll fight forever to keep that precious thing alive. Pluto, Princess of Cradle's Graces.
It January 30, 1981. They don't name it because naming it gives it power, but not naming it gives it more. It must be in every corner, behind every door, far, far away in the spaces between stars. It is defined and categorized in every human culture, and it is deliberately omitted from explicit naming conventions by a Memorial Foundation in favor of a euphemism less captivating to the imagination, such as existential threat, rather than a specific word that would stimulate the imagination. But a trick like this will not work. In the euphemism is a hollow void that can hold all fears and all possibilities. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. But what is not does not stop existing. And it, like humans, can decide. It's the kiss of inverse, everything that humans can imagine but can't become. The shortcut to attaining it is to forsake everything that humans already are. If a bunch of idiots get tricked into going there, it would make a very convenient enemy for Earth. That's their real fear. Before that happens, I will tell you a little secret. Ready? Saturn, Celestial Mechanics Test Pilot.
Tell me any secret you want, dear. Day 7. I'm so sorry, everyone. I tried so hard to keep those memories of when we were in the academy, and space seemed so innocent and full of possibility. All I have left is scraps, but I hope that's enough.
Report received. Awaiting new directives.
Tell everyone. On the moon, the border between Earth and space, we have struck a deal with Celestial Mechanics to open up the gravity well. To give us a fighting chance at making the dream real. Everyone, take your time. Together, our gravity, our love, can be as heavy as the world. Tell everyone it's time for us to head back to Earth's cradle, so we can say our last goodbyes. Ready for launch? Okay. One of these is Nick's. This looks like it's talking to Nick's.
Yes.
Shall I read this one again?
Yes.
Yeah. Please, do have a seat. The committee has enjoyed reading your resume. The committee has deeply enjoyed these fascinating criticisms of the Newtonian-Jungian model of physics. It certainly does feel revolutionary. This committee would like to pause to acknowledge how the candidate's work has met and exceeded the desired qualifications. And, without diminishing the accomplishments of the candidate, the committee would like to express that its interest is more piqued by the candidate's interpretation of the existential threat. And the committee would invite the candidate to elaborate more on the implications this would have for managing cultural and colonization efforts in an administrative role within the Memorial Foundation space program, if the candidate would. The committee hopes the candidate will elaborate on the nature of what an educational program would entail. The committee is especially interested in the assertion of radical cultural advancement made possible without risk of existential contamination. The committee is intrigued by refutations of the so-called scapegoat proposal by the program's current director on technical and theoretical grounds, as opposed to the usual ethical ones. Sorry, I need to sneeze.
Bless you. Bless you.
I can only talk through my nose so much before it gets a bit much. And the committee invites your comment as to the end of the future of culture in space.
And I imagine the scapegoat proposal was drafted by Iapetus, but
Oh dear.
It does sound that way, yes.
because it sounds very much like what he eventually tries to implement as part of celestial mechanics.
Yeah. Anyway, Dr. Nix, the floor is yours.
Of course, the kids wanted to live in space. Obviously, what could be more dreamlike and fun? I never thought I would spend time with children who wanted to be here again. In the Summer Scout program, I taught the unwanted children of unwanted places. You know what that work is like. Then they gave me work that would take the unwanted to a place far away from here. Of course, not for their sake. In the Summer Scouts, they gave the worst kind of work for the kids least suited for it, only to spare those more wanted from it. Memorial Foundation asked us to take those unwanted kids away from Earth so that we could make it safe for the wanted ones. That's a duty I was ready for. We would have to fight a long and difficult war to make space safe. But for that time, all of us, unwanted children and unwanted adults, would have something special that no one on Earth had. To answer your question then, I didn't have it planned from the start. I've always been very loyal. It happened over time, but it happened much more quickly than I ever thought. It wasn't such a far-off dream. We believed in the Academy students, and were patient with them, and gave them an environment physically, culturally, gravitationally, as free from Earth's gravity as we could realistically grant them. They knew what to do much better than we did. Pluto more than any other student, because Pluto had so much to change. If she and her power fascinate you so much, you should remember the only reason she has it at all is because she was free from you. As they grew up, they made space the future we were dreaming of. And before I knew it, I couldn't think of a single reason why we should give space back to you. And then you went and said you didn't even want it anymore.
I love this framing of the conflict. Like giving Cradle's Graces this kind of air of like the kid getting stroppy that now they have their toy, no one else actually wants to play with it or them. It's not the full picture, but it's such a nice slant. Hey, Mars. You're still really mad at Lunaterra, right?
We'll fight her the next time I even see her.
So why don't you? Why don't you fight her?
I have my hands full. She's probably avoiding me. She's sneaky. You can never find her unless she wants it.
But I've fought her plenty already. Oh. Whoops.
See? She wants to see you. This is why I'm worried. I don't like her sneaking around you.
Are you really worried? Or are you super jealous?
I mean, no. I meant to type no.
Mars! I've told you before you should be a main character, right? You're so straightforward. You ought to be the real hero.
I meant to type no.
Of course, sweetie. You just want to protect me from big bad insufferable meanie Lunaterra.
So great about somebody who's stuck up all the time.
She always treated me really kindly. And not so kindly I felt weird or fragile or frustrated. In fact, she really thought I was annoying at first. Even still, she was patient.
She was mean.
She was sad. And jealous I had things so nice and so much sooner than she did. But because of that, she was also very tender. And understood so much, even before I did. I couldn't have, without her. But I don't think we would have melted that angsty shell of hers without the both of us.
Doesn't feel very melted to me. And she hasn't come around to show me otherwise.
Oh, are you expecting her to come around to you?
I mean, well, anyways, she should be the one who comes back.
Oh, Mars, if you want to see her so bad, you need to put in some effort too.
Why should I when she betrayed us?
One of you two has to stop being stubborn, or you'll never make up. Imagine Mars on the other end of that going, I don't want to make up.
Mars on the other end of it. I don't want to make out. I don't even want to make out. Wait, why do they say no? Ignore that.
See, this is why I wanted to cast you as Mars from the very beginning, because you can do stuff like this. That was my galaxy brain move. I have a galaxy brain for my avatar now. Anyway, let's go. Saturn and Pluto.
Oh, wow.
The acceleration due to gravity.
We're seriously working with celestial mechanics. This sounds stupid. I seriously don't trust them. They're so shady. No matter what they say. If it's something that's in their best interests, there's no way it's also in ours. I know there's no way to restart the space colonization project without opening the lunar gravity well, but that's exactly why we need to keep them as far away from it as possible. You don't need any help to do it.
That's really true, especially with that reprehensible and irresponsible pilot they're assigning to the operation.
Yes, I know, but... Hey! If I don't need to convince you, why are we doing this?
I know it's true, Mars. I'm not going to pretend otherwise.
So why? Isn't it true they're just using you? For a secret plan that will let them take control during the final battle? They're sneaky.
I know, Mars. But if we don't open the gravity well, there's no way to have the final battle in the first place. Earth's gravity will destabilize our ship selves completely. Neither of us can get what we want with Earth so close.
You need a conniving pilot with you.
There are some things even I can't do. You're the one who keeps telling me that, you know? There's no other way to even get a chance at this without their help.
They're going to use that as leverage to trick us anyway. They're not beneath that.
I'm not beneath it either, you know? That's why I'm there. I'll be trying to get the upper hand for us. I can be ruthless too, Maz. Don't you think I want it badly enough?
I mean, you shouldn't have to.
I know that's the part you hate. I don't care if you don't want to see me do something bad, though. I can do it. Just like all of you can.
Always tell me to worry. Then there's nothing that I can do. I want to stop worrying, but I can't when there's nothing I can do.
Oh, Mars. I really forget sometimes. You're such a good girl. But just trust me, okay? Trust me and watch me, okay? That's all I ever need. Let's entertain a silly dream.
Okay.
That sounds like fun.
The moon's south pole is the completion point for Earth, where all the terraforming begins and ends. Here, the skyscrapers rise up to catch the in what some say will be a city where night never comes.
You're quiet. Is there something on your mind?
A lot, but nothing important.
Don't hide it from me. You know I can just read it off your gravitational field, right?
Are you sure?
You're never normally this quiet. Good to know even you can feel that way sometimes, but I didn't think it would be over this. The gravity well can't be that big a deal for someone like you to deal with. And I'm here too, in case you forgot.
Feeling out the tides is deeper than mind reading, and not so literal. And you know that. That kind of mind reading is the kind every human can do, but few are any good at.
What kind is that?
Read my mind about it. Are you nervous?
No, I know exactly what I'm doing. I just wish everyone wasn't going to be watching us this whole time. I hate getting yelled at for no good reason. Don't you have people who are a pain in the ass to keep happy?
That's everyone in Cradle's Graces. Plus they love me, which makes it so hard.
That's why I ditched command. I couldn't stand being pestered constantly by superiors who don't know what they're talking about.
I don't have any superiors at all.
What? Lucky. Why?
Because I'm at the top.
Excuse me?
I'm the leader of Cradle's Graces, more or less.
Excuse me? What? Why?
For a lot of reasons, but mostly because no one else wants to be. Well, Dr. Nix is in charge of most things still, but I do make the decisions.
I mean, but why?
You're as bad as Mars. This is why it's so hard to get anything done. Cradle's Graces is just full of contradictory, impossible to reconcile, naive and disorganized feelings. Someone has to bring all of that together.
No, stop. I mean, but why would you tell me that? I mean, shouldn't I take advantage of this?
Oh, I thought you just wanted to get to know me better, not engage in any of that cloak and dagger stuff.
You're crazy. Why would you trust me? I'm sketchy.
No, you're not. You're obnoxious to your friends, but you work hard all the time for their sake. You bullied a certain taciturn ace pilot not because you hated her, but because you wanted her to grow up and stop wasting her talent on moping. You're always tempting me to your side, but you don't care if I join Celestial Mechanics or not. Also, you asked me how I was doing, if I was nervous, and told me you're here for me on a difficult mission. Even though you tried to make it sound like you were lording it over me.
Yeah.
So what do you really care about? That you keep coming after me, whether you win or lose?
I'm not telling.
That's fine. You don't need to say anything for me to understand.
I need to shut my mouth or I'll keep stuttering and embarrassing myself. Don't tell me that this whole time you've just been playing along like... I give up on being cool. It doesn't matter. No, wait, it does matter. I worked so hard to try to corrupt this good little pilot test brat of Cradle's Graces.
Don't be sad about still being a good girl. It's a really hard habit to break. I'm the real fool, though. I saw right through you, and it worked on me just the same. I completely fell for it. Oh, we're almost there. Let's be careful, okay?
The Slim Tower, the tallest on the moon, ends in a point, and suspended above it is the overpowering gravity well, claiming humanity's spot on the moon, a saved seat in the cosmos. It'll fall, inert, to the surface when culture is so fully rooted in the moon that the planet will produce a true human gravity. Then this body will no longer be Luna, but fully and truly the moon, just as Terra became Earth when humanity was born there. Yet, the gravity well can also be the seed of possibility. It doesn't have any preconceptions about what humans can be or should be. There's still time.
Begin full output. Resonance handshake seeking.
Acknowledged. Handshake received. Oscillating, rotating, responding. I am trying to seduce you, though.
Endpoint reached. Synchronization complete. Aligned rotations.
Acceleration high, still acceptable. I just don't understand how you can be this strong and amazing and still wasted on all of them.
Tidal resonance achieved. Brace for resonance feedback. So tell me, why do you waste so much of your time pestering pilots like Lunaterra and me?
Tidal resonance far beyond predicted levels. Begin bracing. Hold the core steady for insertion. That's dodging the question.
Waves crashing. Intensifying resistive force. It's not. You're not really any different. You care what happens to everyone in space too.
Even fools like us deserve a chance at what they want. The part that makes me angry is how they won't just take what they want. If Earth has abandoned us, why go through so much trouble to reconcile with them? Resistance is incredible. The core's hypersuspension is refusing to decouple.
Maximum output. Bending space, culture, time. Dilating possibility. Leaving humanity behind out of spite, just to prove how much you don't care about them, makes it sound like you maybe actually do care about others. But it is really cute how you're trying.
I am loyal to us, that's all. The space orphans, the lab girls, and fuck everyone else. No love lost, none owed to anyone else. That's what I'm the leader of. Beginning insertion, breaking first through 50th seals. I want a breakup. If humanity wants us back, they should come crawling and beg us to forgive them. You of all people shouldn't be the one saving them.
Rapid destabilization. Action needed. Are you really okay with all of us in space having a chance at that future, but no one on Earth? I, of all people, know what it would be like to never have that.
Breaking seals 50 through 1000. Requesting overload bypass permission. I'm not a good and noble person. My heart's not big enough. Attempting again. Fine, here's a real secret just for you, okay? Since you told me yours, I would never forgive the world. But if my master plan doesn't work, I'd follow you wherever.
Bracing. Gravitational output maximum. Thank you. Really, Saturn. I wouldn't have had this much fun without you. Thanks for giving me room in your heart.
Less dramatic status updates that sound like you're gonna die. Core pierced. Heavy damage to upper arm. Insertion activating. Sustained damage increasing. Holding until countdown begins. For being so stubborn, even so, you make me falter just a bit. Just a little. I can't be that invincible. I'm just a little lab rat. Reaction confirmed. Are you ready for everything?
Saturn, confirm Roche limit escape.
Negative, it's messing up the math. Calculations keep changing.
Immediate escape is necessary before the micro black hole is formed.
Can't. Calculating.
Focus on my voice. It's not time for you to join the inverse yet. Gravity, like a warm embrace, and not just mine, once you hear. Back to your home and mine.
I almost.
All the equipment is destroyed. Both of them are badly damaged. But they're not dead. And the tiny black speck pulses within the containment field. a strange gravity washes over the moon. Many things are possible. A leveled playing field. A new playground.
Day 8. Let's pause and take a moment to appreciate Saturn not being able to understand why anybody would choose to be a top.
She has so much fun she has so much fun getting everything she wants as a bottom.
It's true. Who's this?
I'm going to say it's Nick's purely because I want to read it.
Go on then.
Maricrisium, the first true ship self, was made in 1969, named after her place of manufacture on then Luna, now Moon. They were made as prototypes, not to be mass-produced. Aesthetic considerations. A neutral, idealized body representing all of humanity. They loved bullshit like that. Okay, so this is not Nyx, but it's... it's someone who definitely works with Nyx. Yeah. Europa would, but she wouldn't talk like the rest of it. Not the first vessel with a gravitational engine. Only the first built to use the engine to exert outwards gravitational control. A ship self creates the pressure and culture for a human to survive alone, without the presence of others. It's an unsustainable attempt to make a human function as a world. To make it sustainable, we have to become world-sized. In body, thought, and soul. Encompass every self that has been, or will be, or could be. Its original armaments were extremely varied since they were a proof of concept, and it wasn't understood yet what form the existential threat would be, and what sort of weapons would be needed against it. The tidal reactor can externalize, but it doesn't have any interior mechanisms for this. So it needs an equipment loadout. And even though the raw force is still unmatched by any mass-produced unit, it wasn't built with an effective way of using it. The original pilots had to bend and slowly the default forms of their ship cells into new shapes, and refit the ceremonial and theoretical weapons into ones suited for the existential threat, and eventually each other. In time, the shape conforms to the human inside. This in part confirms that specific theory. The human part isn't the ear, but the hole in the lobes for your earrings. Lipstick is real, lips are not. And we see humanity defined in its gravitational output.
And that's why we become VTubers. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, stretch if you need it.
Hydrate.
Got him!
Blake's a boy. Boys don't know anything about lipstick.
I think Blake does.
Ah, jolly good then.
I hope I'm not assuming too much. But he is a kid today, so I imagine
True.
he must.
Anyway.
That is where that joke was going, huh?
What? What does that mean?
Nothing.
I am genuinely innocent of any possible comprehension.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you accusing me of? I don't understand.
Shall we move on? Mars, you were right. I am too strong. I'm afraid. I'm getting bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger. But there's still so much to do, and I don't know how to do any of it. What if I make a mistake? What if I'm too strong? Is the universe going to be okay?
Pluto, no. Pluto. Never. No way. That's impossible. I never meant it like that. I messed up again. I'm probably going to mess up yet again saying this, but you're not that strong, Pluto. No one's that strong. You know that even you aren't as strong as the Earth, right? You're not even any stronger than anyone on Earth, even in Krun Macula. You were the one who told me to stop getting a big head about my ship self. Like, if I fell to Earth, it'd crumple under Earth's gravity. Any given human is 1,000,000 times stronger than that. Space just doesn't have any competition. So you're not strong. You're just stronger than a bunch of idiots.
I love you, Mars. I keep telling other people that, but I never listen to myself. I can only hear it when you say it.
You know that sometimes applies to your love advice, too.
Hey! Hey, Kako! Thanks for coming by.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm the one who gets to bully you about that.
Take your advice then sometimes.
I'll listen to myself when you do.
Then you'd better get ready. You're not going to be ahead of me forever.
Wait, am I a rival now? Finally, I'll defeat you.
Oh.
Mars would absolutely say lol out loud. Thanks, Mars. We saved each other again. Okay. Give me the moon.
Time to see if I can get through this one without breaking down.
Aw.
I mean, you've held it together better than I have so far.
Have I really? Does it sound like that to you?
I mean, I'm the one with clips of me crying on stream. Anyway.
What are you doing here, Pluto? There's no mission. Are you going out?
Just for a little while. Did you want to stop me?
No. I'm getting a little better at not worrying about you.
Even though you are?
I'm trying, okay?
Nyx is worried, isn't she?
You want to slip out for a minute, she'll be mad.
I know.
Especially if it's to see Luna Terra.
I keep not being her perfect girl.
She always thought Luna Terra was a bad influence.
She's not wrong. I just want to try one more time.
Bring her back? What if she takes you instead?
Maybe that could happen too.
Say that.
I wouldn't mind. Maybe I don't want to be the one to lead anymore. Mars, why is everyone so obsessed with me? Why does everyone want to save me? Why isn't anyone strong enough to actually do it? Why do they think I'm strong enough to pull them up instead? I'm nobody.
You don't have to be strong.
That's a lie. Of course I have to be strong. Who else is going to pull me up? Even you don't know how. I don't have any talent. I don't have any skill. I just never said no, I can't. That's too much. I don't know how. I just couldn't ever say the words. So I just kept doing it, even though...
Hey. It's okay.
It's not.
Okay, it's not okay. It hurts. It's bad.
You suck at making me feel better.
Excuse me?
I love you.
Too. Come on. Go.
Right then.
On the far side of the moon, there's still some part of the dead, empty, cratered Luna left. As the terraforming engines sweep in, they turn Earth's satellite to another part of Earth. Until that time comes, this place is free of Earth's pull. A place still perfect for a quiet moment to happen, in an empty clearing surrounded by weight and life. It's the perfect place for them to fight like ships do. The fighting that ships do, not the fighting that people do. In the naked sunlight and nothing else, Pluto looks so beautiful, spinning tiny galaxies with the chronomacula, the way she was always meant to. Of all the prototypes she piloted over the years, none suited her like this, from the awkward and embarrassing creature she used to be to the woman who promised Earth there could be a new type of human. No longer the priceless tool of the selfish adults, the pawn of space's dreamers, the princess who can remake her body out of tidal forces and stardust. She's just Pluto. In the naked sunlight and nothing else, even in this worn and wounded ship, Lunaterra shines like she always has, even with the hurt she has. One way or another, someday or another, every girl bleeds. And her Maracrysium suffers alongside her. The drip of her wound spins like a red constellation in Zero G. She's rusted, but some parts of her will never rust. The two of them have fought so much, so there shouldn't be a fight. With nothing and no one else to think about, there's no reason to fight. In the naked sunlight, for once, don't fight. Instead of fighting like people do, fight like ships do. Fight like plastic toys do. Fight like you don't have a body, like you don't hate your body. Fight your way into a new body. Fight like we used to, without trying to win. Fight like we did a long time ago, when they were training us to fight, and all we wanted to do was play. Fight like we did when we didn't have any other way of touching each other. When all we had were lasers and light, tides and time, to say what we wanted to say to each other.
I'm not going to go easy.
You better not. Since we're not fighting, I really don't want you to hold back.
Lunaterra knows a thing or two about fighting in space. Lunaterra wrote the book. It's a kind of predictable story. So Lunaterra makes sure her enemies get sunk. You know this trick, don't you? You've seen Lunaterra pull it so many times. Fire off something to test the waters. Lead the target until they walk right into the shot. You can play that game forever until they make the first move. Don't let them make that move until you know they won't be expecting what you do next. What you do next can be anything, as long as it's what they're not going to see coming. After you do it, disengage, like passing a secret. You know this one really well, the message in a bottle, slipped between the bullets of hard light. She was the person who taught you how to blow a kiss. But Pluto is the one who learned how to make out. Her ship's so big it makes Lunaterra look like a toy, but Pluto is even bigger than that. You have to measure in density, not mass.
Pluto is very dense.
Then you'll understand. Pluto is the center. Lunaterra revolves around Pluto, like she always has. Lunaterra is too close when she tries to pull back from Pluto, and too far when she's trying to close in. She's on a leash that extends through space-time however Pluto wants. Lunaterra's gravity is the tug that makes the tides go in and out. Pluto's gravity is strong enough to turn Lunaterra into a new shape. Lunaterra didn't invent this, but she loves to struggle through it. She loves to see what she can do, how close she can come. And she comes in so fast. Does so well, but goes too far. When Pluto isn't expecting, it's too fast. Way too fast. Pluto's more off guard than Lunaterra expects. Lunaterra's moon of a spear crescents right into Pluto's chest. Lunaterra wants to scream, but she doesn't say anything. Feels deep enough to be scary, and Lunaterra only meant to nick her.
What's wrong? We were having so much fun, and you look so scared.
Why didn't you block it?
Luna, I'm fine. See? You can't hurt me that easy. You're not that strong. I'll always be alright.
Pluto plucks Lunaterra off by the forearm. Gently, with 2 fingers. Like detaching a kitten. Or a bug.
Sorry to scare you like that. But you lied. You said you weren't going to hold back.
Pluto can seize Lunaterra by both wrists. And she does that. And Lunaterra is quite awestruck by how safe and helpless she feels. The gravity pulling at her from Pluto is gentle but firm. Fighting ship to ship is the only time Lunaterra doesn't feel naked, but now she finally feels naked there, too. It's not so bad, though.
Sometimes you have to let an animal bite you before it can feel safe. That's the thing you said once. See? I'm learning. I've learned so much.
I was... When I said that, I was talking about Mars.
And you're just like her. Are you really okay? I really didn't mean to scare you like that. But Luna T, you're always overestimating how capable you are of hurting me.
Fine. I was the one who was dumb. Thought I could scare you. And you are way too smart for it. You did that on purpose, though? You really are amazing.
Scary, right? Just like you said. You could be like that too, though. There's still stuff that you could learn from me.
Want to be the one to teach me, then?
I'd love to. Here, I'm holding you. Can you feel this?
I'm trying.
You don't have to try. It shouldn't feel like you're trying. It's either easy or it's nothing.
You know, it's harder for me to take it easy than try hard.
That's why you're so amazing. I'm so lazy, I never want to work ever. I'm always looking for the easiest way to do things.
Oh, that's true.
It is.
Then why are you so good at everything?
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not, but I can't make you see it, no matter how hard I try. I guess I should give up on trying to make you dislike me.
Sorry you can't win against me.
You really are such a soul winner. Now I know how Mars feels.
She's right. I'm totally insufferable. I'm glad at least someone knows.
Oh, please be sure, I noticed too.
Excuse me. Of course. But you don't care.
Of course I care. I love you.
Ugh.
Can you feel it now?
Really didn't think I would. But I do.
Tell me what it feels like.
It feels like you're holding me.
And what's it like when I hold you?
I don't know. Am I imagining it? But I can't be. It still feels like metal. I didn't think it would. But it also feels tender. Exactly like it would if you held me on Earth.
This is why I'm not as strong as you. If I really thought we were never going to get the chance to touch, I don't know how I could stand it.
Why are you holding me so tight?
I'm feeling smug. Now look, who's the one caught now?
Guess I lose.
You totally lose.
Don't tell anyone.
Are you kidding? I'm going to brag about this for the rest of my life.
Hooah.
We did it. You did it. I can't believe it. Pluto, you're there, right? Pluto? Can you turn on the monitor?
Not right now. Hi, Dr. Nix. What can I do for you now?
More powerful than I ever imagined. And I was never optimistic. But you've made me more optimistic than I could ever have imagined. That alone has me believing truly it was worth it. And yet I've never heard you say it. Have you?
I have fought so hard every day for it. Of course it's worth it.
but you don't say or express a certain kind of joy in it. Have you noticed that? But it's supposed to be joyful, isn't it?
I'm proud. I'm holding everything, even though it's very, very hard. My heart and soul is in it. Isn't that obvious? What's wrong now?
No. No, but not like that. It was supposed to be a joy.
You're feeling guilty again, aren't you? I told you there's no need for that. It's not helping. And I don't need it. Instead, I just have to reassure you all over again. That's more work for me. Let me just rest instead. Then I'd be happy.
No, it matters. Don't you understand? There can't be a sacrifice, one for the other. Happiness for everyone and no one left behind. It's supposed to mean no one, not even you.
You're the one who taught me everything. Maybe you should have taught me what that was supposed to feel like.
What?
Who wants to go? Who's this time?
Kai, I think.
Yeah, probably. The Cradle's Grace's fleet is small and weak, and they're desperate. With the dream of space dying, there's no time left, no chances left. The decision has already been made. Humans don't need space. It's one thing to go home, another to leave forever. Both of those are just up to those of us in space. Neither of those require the strength to pull humanity from its cradle. That's a strength that no one has, and no one should even pretend they have the strength for it. With all of Cradle's Grace's hopes and dreams, Pluto will still try. The pilots bow out as the conclusion of the conflict becomes evident. No, it is now truly a war, because the autonomous military units have been arrayed against her for her transgression. This is no longer a fight between the humans of space, but a war with the Earth. The autonomous units ready their weapons, and in unison they fire to kill. As if. Their trajectories bend away from Pluto. Blushing at the sight of her, they refuse to meet her gaze, as expected. Macula will convert the gravity well directly into the space and time and culture necessary for the future, and they will steal that future from her piece by piece by piece. This is unexpected, but not unprepared for. So, Wave 2. Wave 3. Wave 4. Wave 10. Wave 36. Wave 150. Wave 460. Wave 1000. Wave 4569. They know she's not invincible. They know her real truth, that no one who loves her can see. They have the patience and power to take it apart piece by piece. They will strip her down, atom by atom if they have to, until she loses mass and gravity and becomes only a girl again. Pluto wouldn't mind if they were trying to kill her, but they have a much more important thing to kill. Cradle's Grace's future. The future of humanity as we know it depends on it. For that, they'll annihilate hers without hate, with their only human efficiency and uncomplicated thoughts in mind. Join us or leave us. Only through an autonomous proxy can Earth give up on the inexhaustible empathy of the human soul. Only through a proxy can Earth divorce itself from the longing that the Memorial Foundation had fought on behalf of to value their own life above all else. They will do anything, everything, to protect themselves from death, especially at their own hands. For ship cells can only change others and never kill, but that is the fear of Earth above all else. The flawed, pathetic conscience of humanity, playing catch-up to its own mistakes, doing more harm than good. So heavy, even Pluto can't bear it. How can she not respond to their pathetic, self-deceptive, self-destructive feelings? How can she say no when they need her so much? She can't. Acceleration tearing through space-time, crashing through the autonomous units at impossible speeds. Solid light, white and gold, bent and bleeding lands. Lunaterra understands. Over many years, after much training and teaching, dynamic technology, how to speak the word no. And her spear can write it. And it does.
Sorry.
You really should be. You really don't have any mercy. You really need to learn how to hold other people's feelings.
Sorry for not knowing a better way to do it. But I'm not sorry for doing it. I don't care how they feel. Just care about you.
The autonomous units fall into disarray. They don't know how to match her speed. Lunaterra rejects their attempts to comprehend her.
You're the worst! What am I going to do with you? I didn't even want you to do that.
Sorry. I did what I wanted to. You'd do the same for me. Even in my foolish future.
If they can pull on her empathy for Earth, they can also tug her desire to be free. And celestial mechanics has so many ways. This one is called aversion impulse. Iapetus despises fighting. He never wanted to develop the ship cells. He would prefer a simpler and less vulgar solution that didn't require bodies at all, of any kind. He's the first betrayer of celestial mechanics' dream for a new kind of body. But he understood it, because everyone can understand the dream to leave these bodies. And that was the name he gave to the instinct that drives humans to abandon what is for what could be. The inside-out impulse. There's still time for his masterwork. Pluto can be that linchpin if she's pushed far enough, and the gravity well's Schwarzschild radius expands to the point at which she cannot escape. Past the limit at which point humans can no longer exchange information. Past the limit by which it becomes impossible to regard each other as human. Iapetus loves win-win scenarios. Humanity's discarded children will be free of their obligations to be human. Humanity will have a physical, unified enemy to chase through their pursuit of space. And Iapetus will have sown the seeds of a single, binding, unified culture theory. A white void that will bend the universe to a single set of physical laws. A simple process of autonomous drones injecting degenerate mass into the gravity well is all that is necessary, as long as the Iapetus holds Pluto off personally in his Roncevaux terror. He even has a plan for Saturn, should she choose just this moment to betray him. A perfect plan. Like deactivating my access permissions remotely through a back door. Overwhelming me with the mass production String of Pearls series. Averting my gravity reactor through the Roncevaux-Terra's albedo separation system. Oh, and even more plans than that? You're really so predictable.
Alert. Attempting backdoor access to ship cell String of Pearls.
Of course you have a solution for every contingency.
Error. Unable to find String of Pearls Series 00. Backdoor switch activated on mass production String of Pearls Series 01 to 13.
You're so stupid! I don't have to outsmart every single one of your genius ideas.
Sortie orders are fielded for String of Pearls Series 01 to 13. Roncevaux-Terra is designated as their primary target.
Just one of them should be more than enough, but I really thought you deserved their full attention. Hey, Pluto, unlike LT, I'm not even the slightest bit sorry. It is extremely dumb to fight for a stupid future all by yourself. So, thank me from the bottom of your heart for coming to believe in it with you. Praise me for obeying what you never asked me to do. Love me for believing in you.
Of course. I really, really do. All my love and thanks and praise is for you. I won't even pretend to be mad at you.
Not like Lunatera then.
I am still connected.
We know.
We know!
Back to the topic at hand.
It's the final battle, Lunatera. There's no room to retreat.
Oh no, so bad for her.
We really should.
You think the end of the world is enough of an excuse to change the subject?
It should be.
It won't be the end of the world.
The gravity well is open, but it's not sustainable for long. Whatever you're planning, you need to do it soon.
You are both so precious to me. And you should know that even together, you cannot stop me.
Hey, don't just fucking dot. I thought you were going to convince her.
I have to do this because I believe in it too. But Dr. Nix was willing to sacrifice the Earth, and I'm not. No matter what it costs.
Cradle's Graces never wanted independence for space. They wanted all humans to embrace it. The solution is to destabilize the Earth's gravitational field until human life is no longer possible there and force adaptation to space. Saving humanity against their own will, maybe destroying yourself in the process.
No way! Nix doesn't know what she's talking about. You're throwing yourself away on a dream that won't come true. And you are chiding me for not going in on my own future. The possibility lines have closed. There was no chance of a good future since before we started.
It's too sad. That's why I have to stand with Dr. Nix's dream. Humans deserve some kind of real hope. And this is as close to it as I can offer her.
Well, how mad will you be at us if we stop you?
I'd never be mad at you, even if you could. But for humans to be caught halfway between space and the Earth is the worst of all bad futures. It will split us in half. And that will mean war. It's the future of eternal war. of true war, not this, where zero-G keeps our bodies immortal and unrestricted.
I mean, if we really did declare independence from Earth, wouldn't they see how cool we are and come up anyway?
It's their choice, you know. Can't make it for them. That's their problem.
You two really put up a fight. For a moment, I almost believed you. I really thought you might be able to stop me.
Maricrisium's spine is broken. Whoop, bless you. The string of pearls is subdivided into so many components, its reassembly time is weeks out. Can't blame us for trying.
I wouldn't have been able to do anything else.
I really hate this. It's time to... The interface, it's... broken?
Thank God! I thought you missed.
You didn't make the shot easy.
I can't control the lunar gravity event anymore. I don't know what's going to happen. What can I do?
Sorry, we didn't think that far ahead.
We just wanted you to decide. Not Dr. Nix.
If you can't have everything, what is the thing you really want?
I don't know what kind of future we're going to get. I'm not working with much.
Anything you do is fine. It's you.
Don't listen to her. Just figure out something that doesn't suck. The three compress, redivide, expand. The simplest, childish thought grasps Pluto, bubbles up within her, and she says it before she can stop herself.
I want us to be together, forever. In our beautiful shapes in space. Free. With everyone.
Of course, it isn't possible. Not enough people will believe in it. Earth is the primary body of this system, and the medium point between our gravity and its gravity is still deep within the Earth. Yet, they cannot pull us down anymore. That will never happen. We are still in space, and the future is uncertain, if we can even sustain it. But
I declare war on the Earth. Come get us again. Come find us again. I dare you. I challenge you to prove it once again.
what foolishness. Humanity will happily oblige. Yet, they find that their autonomous troops are crushed before they can reach us. Humanity will have to fight us again, on our terms this time. Fight us like children fight, again, with the bodies of plastic, pretend. If you want to fight us, you'll have to be like us.
You didn't have to give me this chance. Actually, I was worried you were going to try to save me from it. Was I hoping you would? Ah, you're sweet. I wouldn't hate you if you did save me from it. But that's not because I want that future more. I have to get you ready for a future that's terrible. But it'll be the future with the greatest hope. I really believe that. You gave me permission. You said this was okay. But I don't know if you really knew what it would be. I want what Cradle's Graces wants. Happiness for everybody. Free. And let no one be left behind. I can't believe I still believe in something so honest. With my whole heart. They don't know how to make it true. I don't know how to make it perfect. But I know a way to try. With you. It's just that loving you makes me so stupid. I just can't help it. to be swept up by you into a new future, even if it's not the one I wanted, would still be so sweet. Because it's you, and because I trust you.
There might still be more today.
Let's bet against that. I'm tired.
They'll catch us off guard.
So stay in your ship self.
You want to laze around still in your ship?
Why not?
Does it feel as nice?
It's different, but it's better. You can't feel anything? You still got a lot to learn, Ace.
Maybe I do.
Let Pluto teach you. I'm taking a nap.
You're helping.
I'm tired. Shut up.
So she says, but when she stretches out on the yellow-red carpet of Venus jungles, she doesn't go so instantly to sleep. There's room for both of them on Pluto's lap, which is an advantage of living in your ship self. You can do things that you normally couldn't, even if other things are harder. Harder doesn't mean impossible. It just means you have to work for it, to figure out how to make it real, learning a new language that your new body speaks. Moments like these are rare since we began a war against Earth, though we're quick to remind each other it's not really a war, the way that war used to be. Not the hard clash of steel and lead, but the pliant pressure of plastic and light. Venus heat melts their metal before they can make it here. When Earth wants to fight, they have to send softer bodies after us. The punishment we deserved for being unable to reconcile is this half-real solar system. The forest is still struggling on Mars, but we're trying hard, and the jungles of Venus are growing so nicely, except they're too wild to give us room. The silicate mosses that grow along the rings of Saturn allow for a very fragile, delicate sort of life. We love these places anyway. They're becoming more and more like home. All we need are more of us. And they come, descending in waves, trying to take us back. We beat them back every time. And sometimes one or two look around and decide, I'd rather stay here. And then there's more of us. Sometimes they succeed and take one of us back home. That's just as fine with us. We should go where we wish. Live as we wish. And if our sisters get taken home, they bring a small part of us back to the Earth. That can't go unchanged. Like Pluto always said, this future no one wanted is the only future that leads somewhere. A future she couldn't hold, and still can't hold. But she doesn't need to. We're holding it with her. We're holding it together. All together, we can hold this future.
Earth isn't ready to accept us, and we're not ready to forgive her. That's okay. We don't have to be. Let's just fight about it. Let's fuck over it. Let's break up and get back together again over it. If we lose on the terms we set, and that proves our point. So we win. If you hate that logic and think it's stupid, come over here and mess me up about it. Come over here and make out with me about it.
What a note to end on.
Even.
You right?
Yep.
Some of you
I'm just saying, that's heaven will be mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, I love this game. I got really pissy the first time with Pluto's ending because I was like, no, actually let her destroy the Earth. but I think I understand it a little better this time. Playing it with people and reading it out loud definitely helps.
I can understand the appeal of the idea. I mean, that's the entire reason Cradle's Graces exists.
Yep.
But like, again, I'm the one of us here with the Memorial Foundation patch, so
Yep.
I'm obviously the one who's going to be like, yeah, but that's a bad idea.
You're probably right, as far as it goes. Anyway, I did manage to find excuses to use all of my emotes, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, nice.
Angry, I have a sweat drop, I have head empty, no thoughts, I have galaxy brain, and I have instead of brain there is lesbians. Those are all the emotions I need. And I guess now I have to think of another voice acting collab to arrange.
Oh dear.
Not next week. Next week I'm doing other things on Saturday, but this was so much fun. Thank you both for going along with me on the whole thing. And,
enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
It was good times. And that's Heaven Will Be Mine. It's still worth replaying, even if you've been here for the whole thing. I promise. Play it yourself. There is, there's one tiny little scene we haven't done, which is what happens when you play the game so that that all three routes end up balanced.
You just get like a few extra lines, and then you choose which ending you want.
Yeah, effectively it gives you free choice of ending, and there's a little it really is like 5 lines where the trio kind of come together and go, well, what are we gonna do now? And I don't want to. I have a save that's at the start of day 9, with everything prepared to be balanced, but I don't think we want to replay the entirety of day 9.
True.
I will be honest. I played this game multiple times. I have never tried to get a full even split. It's just never been of interest to me to get it evenly split like that, because fundamentally you're choosing anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to see the extra bit, see if there was any anything to it. It's not really though. Like the meat of the game is in the stuff that we've done.
Yeah.
Anyway, we made pretty good time.
It's not like We Know the Devil, where you literally do have to you have to play through everyone at least once.
Yeah.
And then you have to actually negotiate everyone on equal footing the entire way through.
I still have to play that at some point. But that's a journey for another time. I think we'll wrap up there.
Wait, you haven't done the true ending for We Know the Devil?
I haven't played We Know the Devil at all.
Wait, I thought you had.
Nope. I've been meaning to ever since I played this, and I just haven't.
Oh, well.
I will do.
But you were the one who said, I thought we had a conversation a while ago about how you played We Know the Devil and connected with it, even though you were British and had no concept of the...
No, we had a conversation about that because of the question about summer camp stuff, but it was in the context of whether I would get as much out of We Know the Devil as I did out of this.
Okay.
I'll report back once I've played it. I mean, we might end up doing that as a voice acting thing. I don't know.
I was going to say, we may as well just do that as a voice acting thing.
Okay. Pencil that in then. But
I will be playing, unless... Actually, we will discuss this off stream, but I'm not sure which one of us should play Venus.
Okie doke.
Actually, I was like, I was like, because I know how the stories end. I was like, oh, I should probably, I want to play Venus because I like where that story ends. And I was like, wait a second.
We'll talk about it. I know some things about how that game works. I'm not completely unspoiled on it, but yeah, we can deal with that off stream and come up with a plan.
Yeah.
For now, though, it is 2 a.m. I should probably go to bed.
Oh dear God, yes. Go sleep. It's only 9 o'clock here for me, please.
Thank you everyone for watching. It's been lovely having you all. Tomorrow I'm streaming
Yeah,
on
thank you
Majora's
for tuning
Mask,
in.
which will be
Great
lots of
so
opportunities for me to use the sweat drop emote, because I'm going to suck. I'm terrible at that game.
Hopefully, I'm not going to make any promises about what day, but hopefully next week I'm going to actually be able to be up for streaming again.
Hooray!
I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm
We
not
hope.
announcing anything because every time I start thinking about announcing something, I choke. So I may just
Wow.
start streaming unannounced and see who comes, and let the word spread as it does. So
Do the gorilla
we will
thing.
see. Yes.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.
You all have a good night. Thank you for
Mhm.
yes. Thank you for agreeing to do this with us, Kai.